and broke his frown, but Jill is neither up nor down, but that's a story for a rainy day. Today's the day to spill your guts, you might get drunk, you will go nuts. Tobias says it's your time to play. You think you won't, we know you will. Learn something to go shouting out the windowsill. Tobias on the hill. Tobias on the hill.
Actually,
so Emmy,
I didn't even record it yet.
Good.
All of this interview just cut to the points where I'm like, alcohol. Like, it'll make a great. Why did you interview this
alcohol,
one?
Or it could just be like depressed.
Yeah,
depressed.
depressed,
alcohol,
negative, include Sylvia Plath, alcohol.
In this episode of Tobias on the Hill, from Funny or Die and the Comedy Store, the hilarious Whitney Rice.
But I never thought, I'm going to be an actress or a comedian, because that wasn't practical. And so I thought, I'm going to be an anthropologist, but then, you don't take showers, and so that didn't work out for me. It's like, no. But as an actress, you can take showers, but not really, because, you can't afford your water bill sometimes. So it was like, what is this world, But I'm stubborn enough, and so I just went on to, not taking showers, as you can tell.
Camera guy's joking. Winston,
Oh my god.
are you okay over there?
Yeah. You were joking. He's like, she's gonna make you laugh.
I was a professor. I taught argumentation and public speaking. And it just, to be honest, it was fun to be in front of a classroom, and it was kind of like doing stand-up or putting on a character, but it also felt like I was immediately 45 and settling and single with 2 cats. And I just wasn't happy. I felt I was 20, what did I graduate from grad school? 23, 24? And I knew that something wasn't right. It just felt very stale and stagnant and wasn't for me. Moved to LA, started dating someone who does a lot of drugs, because that's what you do when you go to LA for the first time. You just jump right into it, and you never look back. But then you stop after about a month. I think he lives around here, actually.
Great.
So, yeah. My first big break, to me, in that point of view, was my first USC grad film. I called my parents, I told my sister, I just went, I was so happy, and the first thing my dad asked was, are you getting paid? And I wasn't. But it was such a big break for me. And I remember that excitement so much, and it's one of those things where I wish I could I have to remind myself to keep bringing that sort of excitement to other things, big, small, whatever. My mother's so understanding, and she's supportive 100%, because she wanted exactly what I want. We're like 2 peas in a pod. Michael Eisner, this former CEO of Disney, came out with that article about how it's difficult to find beautiful female comedians. They're very rare to find. And my mom wrote a letter to him, and she wants to send it to him, but she put my picture in the letter and whatnot. She's just constantly she's a huge cheerleader. I have this YouTube channel where I do characters and I ramble to the camera. It's my experimentation zone, and it's Whitney Rice. So if you're, masturbating at 1 a.m., that's where you should go. Doing the YouTube channel helped a lot, getting stuff in BuzzFeed or the Atlantic Wire or Huffington Post, and that started some momentum. I started doing a show at the Comedy Store. It's Jeff Ross's Roast Battle, and I did that for a year, where I played a house hater or a racist, basically. It's all satire, guys. Okay, I'm 1/64th Native American. All right, I'm not actually a racist. Okay, it's a character, and it's essentially a really small room that gets packed, and 2 people will roast each other. Jeff Ross is one of the judges, or he's the master, roast master, and then we have people who will come judge, like Brent Morin or Leslie Jones, or Dave Chappelle has come a few times, and from that it became such a hot show that a lot of industry was going to that show, and so it's something that, in addition to the videos, they just had this nice like online, content package, and then doing live performances, stand up in the show, and so I think that is what helped me get great representation, and just kind of going from there. Also confidence. The confidence helps a lot.
Talk to me about that.
Well, because you know how you put yourself out there, you put your art out there, you put your comedy out there, and every time it's this, well, what are people going to think? This is dumb. Nobody's going to like this. Why am I only wearing underwear in this video? It's a constant thing. And when it comes to making videos, 98% of the time, I do not care. It's when people leave well-written comments with wonderful grammar and commas and proper placement of periods, that's when I'm like, oh, this person's smart and they don't like what I did. Like that will screw with me. But for the most part, when someone says you're a $2 dick-licking whore, that doesn't not bug me, because I am, and I'm confident about that. So stand-up is a little more where I get judgmental of myself and worried and nervous, because it's all you. It's all like, it's not a character. It can be. It's very vulnerable, and that's probably where most of that insecurity will come from. The first season was great. Met a lot of people. Got some hosting stuff under my feet. Got my makeup done.
And this was for?
This was for Tiny Tiny Talk Show on Aura TV.
And it was through Tiny Tiny Talk Show that you did the Larry King?
Yep. Well, it's Aura TV is his network, his Larry King's network, and that's how I got to be interviewed by him. It was sexual. It was sexual. He's hot. He looks good. I don't know what he's doing, but he looks good. Do you not believe me? What if you're looking at? I would love to make a bigger step towards making content that tackles social issues through comedy.
Right.
Because then I listen to comedy more than like a newscaster droning on about stuff.
So look at the success of the Daily Show.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Your mother will have her own show one day.
Don't be like that. That's really smart. She would be so good. She needs to have her own show.
Seriously.
How do I
like
do
as
that?
as your mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I make her? I'll make her make videotapes or something, and then this is for you, Mom. You're gonna get a show out of this. God, that'd be great. She'd be great on a show.
I'm putting that in, so it's
Yeah?
already happening.
Okay, good.
Because she's gonna watch it and be like, "Where's my show? When is this happening, Whitney?"
I've told her to
Do you
start
like my voice with your
vlogging. Yeah.
mom? That's not gonna be it.
How did you meet her? She was drinking wine and
on the patio.
on the patio and
steps.
painting a table.
Yeah.
And saying ridiculous things. Yeah. You didn't know if you were talking to me or my mom.
No, I didn't.
No.
It was one and the same.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the Tobias on the Hill YouTube channel.